Earth was at a critical juncture in its history. Decades of scientific innovation and technological progress had positioned humanity on the verge of becoming a formidable interstellar force. Yet this ascent did not go unnoticed across the stars. 3 alien warlords, Kroth of the Drex Empire, Vasher of the Zitro Dominion, and Morvok of the Xene Horde, conspired against Earth's leaders in science and military strategy. Their plan was as simple as it was insidious: send assassins to eliminate humanity's brightest minds and most skilled warriors. The first wave of assassins struck with terrifying precision. Dr. Eliza Mendez, a leading physicist pioneering quantum teleportation, was found dead in her lab, her research obliterated. Major General Jason Roy, renowned for his strategic brilliance, was killed under mysterious circumstances in his home. As more prominent figures fell victim to the alien plot, panic spread, leaving humanity vulnerable. In response, the Human Defense Forces, HDF, initiated a covert operation of their own. They called upon a shadowy figure known only as the Hitman, an expert in stealth, strategy, and combat. His real identity was a closely guarded secret known only to a select few within the highest ranks of the HDF. His mission was to hunt down and eliminate the 3 warlords orchestrating the attacks. The news of Dr. Mendez's death sent shockwaves through United Earth Command. Her breakthroughs in quantum teleportation were vital to humanity's next leap in space exploration. Commander Scarlett Lawson, head of the HDF, convened an emergency meeting. "We're under attack," she stated with steely resolve. "The enemy has taken out 2 of our best. We can't allow this to continue." The room fell silent, seasoned generals and top scientists alike etched with worry. Lawson turned to her deputy, Colonel Mark Daniels, a veteran of many conflicts. "Daniels, we need the Hitman. Contact him immediately." Daniels nodded, his expression grim. "I'll make the arrangements." The Hitman was a legend within the HDF, a phantom who appeared when the stakes were highest. His methods were unconventional, his identity a mystery, but his results were undeniable. A week later, in a secure underground facility, the Hitman received his briefing. The dimly lit room only emphasized the cold efficiency of the HDF's best operatives. A holographic display flickered to life, showing the faces of the 3 alien warlords. Kroth of the Drex Empire appeared first, a reptilian visage with menacing eyes. "He's responsible for coordinating the assassination of Dr. Mendez," Lawson began, pointing to the image. "His stronghold is on Drex's Prime, a fortress world." The image shifted to a sleek Aven figure, Vasher of the Zitro Dominion. "He orchestrated the attack on General Roy. His base is on Zaya, heavily guarded and surrounded by a fleet." Finally, a hulking brute with tusks appeared, Morvok of the Xene Horde. "His assassins are likely preparing to strike again. He's on 94, a planet known for its brutal terrain and savage inhabitants." The Hitman studied the holograms intently, his face impassive. "What's the plan?" he asked, his voice low and steady. Lawson leaned forward. "We need you to eliminate each warlord. You'll start with Kroth. Infiltrate Drex's Prime, neutralize him, and destabilize their command structure. After that, move on to Vasher and Morvok. We can't afford any more losses." The Hitman nodded, his mind already working through the details. "I'll need a small team, minimal interference. Stealth is our ally here." Daniel spoke up, "You'll have the best support we can offer, but you'll be on your own inside enemy territory. We trust your judgment." The Hitman stood, his lean frame exuding quiet confidence. "I'll handle it." As he departed, Lawson watched him go, a mixture of hope and apprehension in her eyes. "Godspeed, Hitman," she murmured. Meanwhile, on Drex's Prime, Kroth paced within his war room, his mind preoccupied with his latest victory. The death of Dr. Mendez had been a significant blow to humanity, yet he knew the humans would retaliate. His spies had reported unusual movements within the HDF. "We must be vigilant," Kroth said to his advisors. "The humans are cunning. They won't take this lying down." His advisor, a Drex with dark emerald scales, nodded. "Our defenses are impenetrable, my lord. No human can breach them. Croft's eyes narrowed. Do not underestimate them. They have warriors unlike any we have faced. Prepare for all contingencies. Back on Earth, the Hitman prepared for his mission. His thoughts were focused and precise. Each warlord represented a unique challenge, but he relished the complexity. This was more than just a mission, it was a battle for humanity's future. As the Hitman embarked on his journey, the stakes were clear. Failure was not an option. The fate of Earth rested on his shoulders, and he intended to see the mission through, no matter the cost. The night was silent as the Hitman boarded the stealth craft that would take him to Drex's Prime. The ship's engines hummed softly, a promise of the deadly silence he would employ against his targets. With a final nod to his pilot, he settled into the cockpit, his mind already 1,000 miles away, planning every move. Humanity's hope lay in the balance, and the Hitman was ready to tip the scales. The first target was Croft, the ruthless leader of the Drex Empire. His stronghold was situated on Drex's Prime, a barren, inhospitable planet with a toxic atmosphere. The Drex thrived in this harsh environment, and Croft's fortress was an impenetrable bastion patrolled by heavily armed guards and surrounded by energy barriers. The Hitman arrived on Drex's Prime under the cover of a violent sandstorm. His suit, equipped with advanced cloaking technology, rendered him nearly invisible. Navigating through the storm, he infiltrated the fortress by hacking into the security systems, creating a temporary disruption that allowed him to slip inside undetected. Inside the fortress, the Hitman moved with calculated precision. He neutralized guards with silent, lethal efficiency, using a combination of hand-to-hand combat and advanced weaponry. Every step he took was deliberate, every action meticulously planned. He planted explosives at strategic points, ensuring that Croft's defenses would crumble when the time was right. As he approached Croft's throne room, the Hitman activated a holographic decoy, drawing the guards away from their posts. He slipped inside, finding Croft surrounded by his elite guard. With a swift, fluid motion, the Hitman launched a barrage of mini-drones that incapacitated the guards with precise shots. Croft, a hulking figure with a menacing presence, charged at the Hitman with a roar. But the Hitman was prepared. Using a combination of agility and combat skill, he dodged Croft's attacks and delivered a series of crippling blows. Finally, he delivered the killing strike with a hidden blade, ending Croft's reign of terror. As the explosives detonated, the Hitman made his escape, leaving behind a fortress in ruins and a decimated Drex leadership. The first warlord had fallen, but two more remained. He disappeared into the storm, a ghost on the barren landscape of Drex's Prime, ready for the challenges that lay ahead. The fall of Croft would send shockwaves through the Drex Empire, a prelude to the greater battles yet to come. As the storm raged on, the Hitman's silhouette vanished, leaving behind a legacy of precision and unyielding determination. The next target was Vasher, the cunning leader of the Zitro Dominion. His domain, Zitro V, was a lush, jungle-covered planet with dense foliage and treacherous terrain, an ideal hiding place for a warlord known for his intelligence and paranoia. The Hitman arrived on Zitro V, his camouflaged suit blending seamlessly with the verdant surroundings. He moved silently through the underbrush, evading detection by the Zitro patrols. Guided by tracking devices and intel gathered from previous missions, he navigated the jungle's labyrinthine paths to locate Vasher's hidden compound. The compound, a series of interconnected bunkers, was heavily guarded and booby-trapped. The Hitman devised a series of diversions, setting off controlled explosions in the distance to draw the guards away from their posts. He then infiltrated the compound through an underground tunnel, bypassing the heavily fortified main entrance. Inside, he encountered a maze of corridors and traps. He disabled security systems and neutralized guards with silent, precise takedowns. His movements were methodical, each step bringing him closer to his target. Finally, he reached Vasher's command center, a room filled with holographic displays where Vasher, flanked by his personal guards, coordinated the next wave of attacks on Earth. The Hitman acted swiftly, using a flashbang grenade to disorient the guards. In the ensuing chaos, he engaged Vasher in brutal close-quarters combat. Vasher was agile and fought with ruthless efficiency, but the hitman's superior combat skills soon became evident. Using a combination of feints and precise strikes, he overwhelmed Vasher and delivered a fatal blow. The warlord crumpled to the ground, his reign of terror abruptly ended. The hitman retrieved valuable intel from the command center's computers before triggering a series of explosives that obliterated the compound. As he vanished into the jungle, leaving behind a blazing inferno, the Zitro Dominion was left leaderless and in disarray. The final target was Morvok, the brutal leader.